Danny Andrew here. Why me too? As if you've been following the videos, you know that I was raped at the age of 11 by the neighbor down the street. He saw an opportunity. I think that he was looking, looking for an opportunity. I think he was interested in that opportunity to do something like this. I don't think this was his first time. I think that he had done this before. And predators look for the person that's probably not going to tell, a person that has been abused before. I was molested when I was very young by the school teacher. I was that's a whole nother story that I'm not going to get into right now, because we're talking about this incident. So we're not going to talk about that because my memories of the school teacher are gone. I know what happened, but I really don't have memories of it. Repressed memories are not the topic right now, so we're not going to talk about it because I really don't have memories of what happened. They're very, very, very sketchy with that one. But this one, I know for a fact it happened. I know that because those memories are clear. And he, a predator will groom their victims, and he did. And when I saw him on the TV, I was watching TV. It was last November. I'm sitting in my recliner and I'm watching one of my favorite programs, and FBI's Most Wanted comes on, and there is his name, there's his picture, and of course he's also much older, and I'm looking at it going, no way, is that the same person? So I Googled his name and I read everything I could find on him, and I'm 99% certain it's the same person. It looks like him, it acts like him, same height, same weight, I'm 99% sure it's him. And after reading, and they always say the MO, and I don't know what MO means, and I probably should have looked it up before I did this video, but I didn't. But anyway, what a predator does, they usually follow a same pattern. So I'm going to use the word pattern instead of MO, since I didn't look it up and find out what it exactly means. But a predator will follow the same pattern of behavior, typically, from one victim to the next. Now, I usually refer to myself as a former victim because I've done so much counseling that I don't like referring to myself as a victim, because I'm not. I have worked through so much of the hate, the anger, and the rage that I don't consider myself a victim anymore. And so I am a former victim. And if you're watching this, I really hope you get to that point that you are a former victim as well. Because what was done to us does not need to define us for the rest of our lives. We are not victims anymore, and we need to get to that point. But I'm sitting here watching TV, and his name and his picture pops up on the screen, and I admit I had a mini meltdown. And I Googled everything about him, and I'm 99% sure it's the same person. And his pattern of behavior is basically the same in grooming his victims and playing a game and doing something that gets his victims to where they trust him, and letting them play his drums or something to that nature. And he usually finds young girls who have a single mom and makes friends with mom, and and here, let me help you with your kids, let me babysit your kids. And before long, the mom is trusting him, and he used to be military, so she trusts him even more. That's the sad part about a predator, is they seem like the nicest guy ever. And women can be predators too, but they're typically men. Just remember that. But when I saw him, I wanted to go after him. I wanted to go and hunt him down. And I have made phone calls to the Sheriff's Department, the DA, FBI's Most Wanted. They didn't return my calls either. None of them returned my calls. No one wants to talk to me. But I've reached the point where it's okay that no one wants to talk to me. No one wants to hear my story. They don't care, because it's 43 years ago. It's been a really long time ago. And I needed to get past that point to where I wanted revenge, because it isn't about that. My healing it doesn't have to be about revenge. It needs to be about me healing and getting past that point of wanting him dead. I don't, because a predator was hurt by someone else too. And for me to say that has taken me a really long time to get to that point. I would like, he needs to be found. He needs to be gotten off the streets, and he needs to taken through court of law and done properly, pay for what he's done to society. I'm not the one that needs to do that. It needs to be done properly through the courts of law. I really hope they find him and handled properly. Okay? It's not up to me to be that person. I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, and I'm not the police. I'm not going to go looking for him. And I'm never ever going to breathe his name on this video.